On the top left side, there's a red Terran player. He is quite the machine. He is Innovation from KZ Gaming. The bottom right side, there is a blue Protoss. It's a blue Protoss. He is fighting for the Raise Your Edge gamers. ZEST. Kozan is like 5.6, right? No. That's a different Kozan. That's a different entire Kozan. I'm a struggler of the game myself. I'm the watcher instead of the player. I think I'm around 4.3-ish. It's what I've managed to achieve, but yeah, probably not anymore. Because, you know, I just don't play enough. Don't play enough. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't ruin my entire image right there. I feel like I learn a lot overall just watching. It just doesn't really make me better, right? It makes me better in a way, but a lot of the overall skills required and such, right? They do not get acquired just by watching. When was Inno's last best of 7? I don't know. RIP. All right, yeah. Reputation destroyed. He played Bunny, pretty sure Kozan cast that one. Bunny versus Innovation? Yeah, I think so, right? I think so. I think I did manage to get that one. Maybe that was a replay cast as well that I did. It's hard to say. A lot of casting. Alright, here we go again. The Adept is back, ready to bring destruction to the Terran base. Bunker this time around does get completed, so... Oh, that's good. Was it best of 11? I think the only best of 11 I've casted recently was the... It wasn't even a best of 11, it was best out of 11. Or just playing every single match, right? In a way, that's what I mean. And that was, I think, Patience versus Beyond. Alright, mining operations can continue. It's kind of funky how, like, players do definitely seem to have their moments, right? Their moments in the sun. Innovation and ZEST, definitely two of those players. We normally had these players continuously making it into the finals of these events and continuously just making it extremely deep in every single tournament they would participate in. And all of a sudden, you know what, sometimes they just drop down a little bit, right? They get a little bit more quiet and less visible on the stage overall of StarCraft 2. And I think both these players actually kind of falling into that predicament. But, to be fair, right now, ZEST definitely really picking up the pace again. And as far as I can see, Innovation here kind of also doing quite a bit of the similar thing, really. We saw that previous game, right? Solar versus Innovation. I don't know if it was just Solar having an off day. That could be the case. But Innovation, he looked indestructible, right? He looked like an absolute just rampaging bull in a china shop right there. Okay, Widowmine drops going on. More Widowmine drops everywhere. 2 probes so far going down. There's one Widowmine. Where did the other one go? Oh, back over here again. Oh my. Where's this Widowmine trying to go? I don't understand what this Widowmine's trying to do, but the other ones, they definitely did quite a bit. A Colossi drop. Okay. You know what? Now we've seen it all. Look at that. That's not gonna work. Okay, the Raven comes in. It's like, alright, what do I do? Auto turret? Do I do an auto turret? Does that work? I don't think it will. Waiting for the interference matrix, I believe. I'm not even sure if you want to interference matrix the Colossus or the War Prism here. Yep, that's the problem with the the auto turret. Are we gonna see ZEST win the game off of the back of a Colossus drop? Is that actually gonna happen here? 9 kills on those workers. I mean, he did lose 10 of his own, but that is a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. He's just going around with that War Prism speed, zooming and scooting across the entire Terran neighborhood. Zap, zap. You know, TVZ is actually top-notch, like Maru level. His TVP is really weak, though. Which is weird, because he was the player that had that ridiculous, absolutely donkey level of win rate against Protosses in the GSL, right? That was all before the shield battery overcharge. Back when timing attacks really still did a number on Protosses. Alright, ZEST still going around with that Colossus in the War Prism. It's a brave move at this moment in time. We do have 2 Vikings on the way, of course. That can be problematic for that War Prism later on. It's gonna have to do with the two without the 2 Widow Mines in that medevac. Has to kind of move backwards. Still looking around for that War Prism. The War Prism did manage to go undetected, though. Gonna get himself back into that main base, and here we are again. Welcome. Did you forget about me? Well, I hope you didn't, because I'm about to ruin your day again. Nice bit of micro. Innovation still just gonna commit to the offensive here, though. It looks like that is the plan. Could be quite a potent force, of course, with the Colossus and the War Prism on the other side of the map. That is still quite the investment to make, so maybe this is the right call for Innovation to just kind of go for the offensive now. Realizing there was that investment made and probably less units overall available here for ZEST to try and make something to work out with defensive setup-wise. Oh dear, that's a lot of damage being taken by that Colossus. Okay, scooting away though. Bit of micro there does save the day. And you know what, this is, yeah, okay, I think that is already quite a nice start of this for ZEST here. As long as he doesn't lose that Colossus, of course. Okay. Ferrying across the 3 medevacs here with the Vikings. Does get spotted by that one single probe, ruining absolutely everything here. A single probe, but Innovation looking to set up on a different spot right now. No, he's still gonna go for this one. Alright, no, never mind. It's like, alright, no. You are fully prepared. It's gonna move backwards. He had like an 87% TVP win rate offline, and it was a lot of games, yeah. Alright, this is a good start. A couple of Zealots being picked off before the battle really is able to take place. Stat SCVs, yep, there we go. Alright, well, anti-armor missile does manage to land. Good attempt there by ZEST to try and get those units out of there. Does manage to save 2 from the Dorito dust. But now the War Prism is in a bit of trouble. So will not be as easy to get rid of the Viking missiles here in the sky. To be careful, and I think that may be it here, guys. Still a lot of Zealots on the back foot, though. Maybe they will be enough, but I don't think they will. That is still a lot of Terran without a clear solution to this problem. A lot of SCVs, of course, going down here as well, so I mean, it has to work right here, right now. Otherwise, that is just never gonna pan out anymore for our Terran player, but that's the name of the SCV pool in game. Here we go, getting a lot of the probes as well. The Zealots coming back from the side. And this is actually slowly starting to whittle away the Terran forces, but is it still just barely too much? Another Liberator shows up as well. That's going to have to be targeted down. I think Innovation may have done it just absolutely on the edge here. Did manage to avoid the shield battery overcharge. If he did take that fight with the shield battery overcharge, probably would not have won that one anymore, but did manage to just kind of back up there, take his time, reset up the Liberators, and have a good fight there. GG. Yeah, ZEST is doing it. Nope. It was really close. That came down to the wire right there. Every single unit coming in, an extremely important asset there. That's the machine. That's the power of the machine, you know. Being able to reinforce continuously because he just doesn't know how to stop his macro. One of the strongest things there for Innovation. Truly. The back macro. That just keeps on going endlessly. So yeah, first game going into Innovation's favor here. Looking solid. Looking quite solid. Size matters. A little bit disappointed, I suppose, with ZEST. But there's still a lot of games to go here, so he still has an opportunity to get himself on the boards. And I mean, to be fair, he lost the first game versus TY as well, didn't he? So, oh well. Best of 7, 1 point for him. Here we are. In the bottom right side, the red Terran player, the used to be Protoss Slayer. Will he be able to reclaim this title? Just a little bit here today. He is SkyC Gamers. Innovation. Having a good start so far. In the top left side, the blue Protoss did show he's capable of dishing out lethal blows to some of the best Terrans out there. Of course, it wasn't his main theater of war. TY not as good on the online cups as Innovation is, I would say. But let's see if ZEST will be able to get a foothold against this opponent as well. I've already said his name. He is Raise Your Edge Gaming, ZEST. Yeah, I think ITaX has some pretty cool emotes, actually. But, alright. What's up, Catharsis? How you doing, buddy? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay, so we do get the Reaper this time around from Innovation. I'm gonna double check the bases over here as well with that SEV. See that everything is in order. All the pylons are in places where they need to be. Alright, factory coming up here for Innovation as well. No triple barracks with the triple CC stuff going on for the time being. It is the map where we see people do this on sometimes. Really hope we can safely move our Korean players out of here for Katowice. I mean, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. We're still a little bit of a way off, aren't we? Alright. Bouncing his own Reaper. Does maintain quite well against the Adept, though. Doesn't lose anything so far. Either of these players, but it's going to lose this Reaper now. Perhaps needs to get into the bunker. Ooh, okay. Wow. Depp not quick enough with the turnaround. Finding himself the kill on the Marine there instead. Still trying to get that Reaper there. Fully committed. How are the Netherlands? The Netherlands is an absolute mess right now. In the Netherlands, we were not allowed to have any fireworks because they were afraid of just too many people getting firework injuries and then oversaturating the hospitals even more so next to all the corona cases. And then we weren't allowed really to be together at all, right? So like a maximum party of 3 people or something like that. Was a bit rough. Safe from COVID? No, no, no. We're like one of the countries that's doing the least well against COVID right now. It's quite embarrassing. Dutch people, they are very, very hard-headed, right? They don't give a hoot about authority. They're just like, all right, well, screw that. I want to go to the I'm gonna go to the pub. I'm gonna go to the pub right now. Oh, they're closed. All right, I'll just call my friends up. We're gonna do it in the park. Here we go. I don't care at all. Maximum of 3 people, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a great New Year's Eve in the Netherlands. Yep. I think people are just tired about carrying as well, overall. Exhausted of just trying to follow all the rules. Banning cars will prevent all car accidents. Yeah, no, I suppose. I suppose that's true. In the USA, you just had home parties, and fuck you, come bother us. Yeah, I suppose in the Netherlands it was a little bit of a similar thing. I know, you know, a lot of people were also just kind of chilling at home. Oh well. So we have the Blink Stalker set up here once again for ZEST. It is this ticket truly in the PVT, and there we go again. These gateways. I mean, if you want to learn ZEST's style, these games right here, I feel like you are gonna be in a really good spot to analyze this gameplay off of the back of these replays, because it does seem like he's kind of innovated the matchup a little bit. Stalkers getting a bit pummeled there. Siege tank slowly making headway for the third base. Even though the third base only now did get constructed. Third base for ZEST already mining here. That's the War Prism as well on the right side. Just seems like ZEST has more stuff. Guess the army supply very heavily in favor here for innovation, but with the Blink Stalkers and the War Prism here, I mean, good luck feeling safe moving out at this moment, you know? Maybe a single Viking here would be really good. Just get a single Viking, get rid of that War Prism, force it backwards or force it inwards, and then take care of that. And then with the rest of your forces, you'll be able to kind of push into those Stalkers, right? Force them back across the map, and then you may be able to get a push going here. Because that is seemingly truly what we're planning to do for Innovation. Innovation just barely keeping his Raven alive. That's quite the big deal here. Trying to get a couple of Stalkers as well, but not quite successful there. A couple of SCVs coming to help out with the Ravens. The thing with Katowice is they have an open qualifiers, while BlizzCon just had a fixed invitation pool. I mean, that's always been Blizzard, or the BlizzCon, right? Because, I mean, to be fair, in a way it's also open. It's just like whoever does the best gets invited into BlizzCon. Alright. I'm not sure if ZEST is fully aware of the amount of stuff that is coming his way. Or maybe he is, because he's got the War Prism back at it again. A couple of Marines coming in, trying to save the day, actually. Already lifting up away from 2 Marines there. A bit of a weird call, but let's see if that works out. This is a good amount of siege tanks here. Actually 6 siege tanks with the Marines all in the front. This is going to be a very tough fight here for ZEST, if he wants to make this work, the Marines are going to have to go down here. The Stalkers on the back foot, not being targeted by those siege tanks. The siege tanks still trying to target down the Immortals. I suppose the Immortals the bigger threat to them. But still, it's going to take a longer time to kill them. It doesn't matter. Innovation takes game number 2 as well with quite a decisive move out there. Very well played. Alright. I guess 2 base timing attacks do still work, as long as you just bulk up more stuff and then go at a later point in time. Alright, well, maybe also, of course, it's interesting against the style of ZEST that he is presenting as well, right? Because just a massive fleet of Marines instead of Marauders and stuff, right? I think this was just a really smart play from Innovation, actually, come to think about it. Right? Seeing ZEST continuously go that heavy into the Zealots, just foregoing Marauders entirely. Normally, you would go more heavily into the Marauders, because normally you would be in a position where there's already some Colossi out, or there's, you know, Archons, stuff like this. And then you want to have those Marauders against the Stalkers as well, of course. But, yeah, just kind of not making any Marauders there. That's a very, very interesting way of going in here. Maybe it's working because it's ZEST. I think it's working because ZEST is playstyle, yeah. And maybe strong against ZEST personally. I don't know if that is the case. It could be, but ZEST, I think ZEST is a person that is in the mindset that he will be able to take on anyone at any time. ZEST did have a battery. He did have a shield battery overcharge as well. Of course, the Zealots are not going to be able to help out when they have to move into the Marines and the siege tanks there. Are not going to be able to get really any effects from the shield batteries there, but still. Yeah, I think that was just a really smart play from Innovation, just foregoing any type of Marauders and really stockpiling only Marines there. That was a very cool play. I mean, against Colossi play, that would not have worked, right? If you have 2 Colossi there, unless if you get the Interference Matrix, you still want to have Marauders in order to take on those bad boys and actually do damage to them. But yeah, Innovation switching it up. Here we go. Game number 3. Got that. Oh wait, I should do this, and there we go. In the top right side, Kaisi Gaming Red German player, the machine. He is truly looking absolutely wonderfully well. Innovation kicking it up a notch once again. In the bottom left side, we have ourselves a blue Protoss player fighting for the Raise Your Edge Gamers, ZEST. Player-by-player history. It could be that ZEST just doesn't feel comfortable against Innovation as well, right? But in that particular case, I don't know. I just really like the overall unit composition of Innovation and what he was going for there. That was it felt like just such a smart play. We've seen ZEST just continuously going for the very, very heavy Zealot army, and then just wrecking these Terran armies that are trying to mix in a lot of Marauders as well. So, yeah, I think that was just a really smart play from Inno, but could be that ZEST as well, just kind of messing up there mentally. Who knows? Alright. Expansion's going down once again here. Waiting for that Twilight Council for ZEST. Actually, maybe he's gonna mix it up right now. Right? Maybe he's gonna be a bit fumbled after losing that game right there in such a decisive manner. The Immortals also, right? The Immortals mixed in for the army of ZEST also aimed to deal with the Marauders mostly. And the Siege Tanks, I suppose, as well. But yeah, the Marauders, a force to be reckoned with if you are making a Marauder-style composition. If you just have those Marines, it's a whole different story right there. You just trade incredibly efficiently against that army of ZEST. I love his matrix on the Archons, or was it anti-armor? I think it was interference matrix, yeah. I believe. Wasn't it fake Archons? It could very well have been. I was just trying to see whether or not the Stalkers would be able to get on top of the siege tanks in the back. We must have somebody here that subs, right? That can go back in time and take a look. Half asleep. I mean, dude. I'm still battling the alcohol from yesterday as well myself. Yeah, Matrix 2 Archons when there were 2 Immortals behind it. Alright. Because he has a very marine heavy comp. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's a smart way of approaching that. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, Innovation did that wonderfully well. Alright, that's that blink upgrade, by the way, again. Only 2 gateways for the time being, as he is grabbing himself more at this moment. First gonna set up that 3rd base here. Gonna be the greedy boy once again. He is just sticking to the gateway style here. Let's take a look at Innovation. Is he gonna try once more to stick to the Marines as heavily as he can? Reactor. Reactor. Oh, there's 1 reactor. Well, more marine production, I suppose, right? Oh, that's still normal, usually, at this stage of the game. You wouldn't expect a lot of Marauders already to come in, but... you would be able to see a bit of a mix-up right about now. When these 2 do get themselves onto the double tack lab. Combat shield, most likely, I would assume. Yeah, alright. And more Marines. Come on. Alright. Are we seeing it? Okay, so I guess he's doing Widowmine drops. I'm sorry, I'm just completely enthralled with what he's going to do. Okay, he's going to go for the Marauders this time around. So he's mixing it up. He did get 5 kills, by the way, with the Widowmine drop as well. Guess the Raven... yeah, the Raven didn't get anything. Alright. Alright, so... different strategy this time around. He's also going for the Widow Mines instead of the siege tanks, to be fair, so... oh well. Oh well. Again, right, just me trying to read into Innovation's movements, perhaps, in his army compositions, when it's just like him being like, yeah, you know what? I feel like more of this right now. Yeah, just kind of... get myself some Marauders and Widow Mines instead. Wapris and the Raven there, finding one another. Polar opposites, so they do actually... no, wait, they're probably the same pool then, right? Pushing each other away. Stalkers here, don't have any vision towards that main base. May have attempted somewhat of a run around otherwise, but that War Prism, of course, not being able to go around the right side, so... oh, like this. Good foresight there by Innovation. Single Zealot so far. Guess he warped in some other units elsewhere. I think those are the High Templar. There we go. There's the rest of the Zealots moving in right now. What do we have available for Innovation? A couple of Marauders, Widow Mines here. Could be trouble. Alright, is going to be enough to deal with this quite nicely. Feedback could be a nice thing here onto the Raven, of course. Could be quite massive. He's looking for it. Ooh, he's going to be able to snipe it out, but not before he's getting hit by that anti-armor missile. That's a big ball of Widow Mines here. Jeez Louise. Alright, all just stacked up onto one of another. Let's see, the Widow Mines just exploding onto the Zealots here. They are no longer in existence. No shield batteries here either. Getting the Robo before an Immortal gets out. Just in the nick of time. This is starting to be quite something here for Innovation. He is moving backwards though, trying to get underneath the warp prism, intercepting it on its way home, but doesn't manage to make it happen there. I'm not sure if he's going to try to commit again. It looks like he will, right? He's not moving backwards. He's still sending more units across the map here, so will try to put himself in between these two bases once more. I would assume, yeah. There he goes. Could do well with the scan. There we are. Beautifully done. The Widowmine's a bit more spread out this time around. Wants to maintain the foothold on this ramp area here, of course. And dealing quite well. Oh, those Widowmines. Absolutely gorgeous connections. The Warp Prism from the backside also getting slain right there. Bit of an F2 movement, I believe, from ZEST, not working out in his favor. And this is just too much bio. GG. Once again, Innovation finding a lot of victory right there. Why ZEST always ends up with the smaller armies? I think it's because ZEST tries to get the third base going a little bit quicker here, and then, to be fair, army value was very similar there. And Innovation, I think, you know what, overall those Widowmines this time around doing very well against the Zealots. Not being able to set them off in an appropriate way. We saw, like, I think it was 6 Zealots dying due to 2 Widowmines. That's a lot of value. That's a lot of tanking capabilities just gone just like that. There were no shield batteries. There was no splash damage whatsoever, right? He went for the High Templar and the Archons. He couldn't quite get the feedback on the Raven in time, so he took the anti-armor missile onto some of those... some of his gateway forces as well, which didn't help out either. But yeah, well done there by Innovation. Tip the hat right there. 3 games, no AoE and no batteries. He did have batteries that game on Death Aura Catharsis. He definitely did. Maybe it was just 1, but he had shield batteries. He had a chance to overcharge, and that's what he did, overcharge there, but it just didn't matter. And then, of course, relying onto the Archons there for the AoE splash damage. He only had 1 of them at that point in time. I mean, clearly ZEST made some sort of error. He did lose that game. But yeah, I think it's just Innovation kind of figuring out the weakness of ZEST's strategy here. It is just a lot of Zealots. And if he goes for the Siege Tanks, he makes a lot of Marines. If he goes for the Widowmines, he also adds in a couple of Marauders here. But he adds a lot of Widowmines in the attack. Because playing League helps you with StarCraft as well then. I suppose so. He's just a naturally gifted man in the game of esports. You know, he's been playing 10 plus games every day. Is that League he's been playing, or is that StarCraft he's been playing? Probably League, right? Probably League. I mean, to be fair, he's getting quite a bit of StarCraft in right now today as well. Even nowadays, Spotting is playing League as well. All random, all mid. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what it is with League, guys. It's just not my cup of tea. It really is not. It's just too straightforward. In a way. Maybe that's just because I don't know the intricacies and stuff like this, but jeez Louise. There's so many heroes there, right? And I don't know. I find it more fun to learn about, like, counters that you can do with one race, and then figuring out how you can utilize your building placements and army compositions, this type of stuff, rather than just, you know, having 1 unit, 3 abilities, and, well, your movements. There you go. Good luck. Good luck, have fun. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to solo as well. True, true. But yeah. Oh, size matters. Thank you for reminding me. We do have that Mecherino still going on, guys. So if you want to help out with the Mecherino, definitely hit us up on that Mecherino link right now in the chat. Fill in that code, and that should be able to get these players a bit more money for their trouble. They are playing on, you know, the New Year's Day, after all. Normally a holiday for a lot of people. But StarCraft 2 never rests. Just keeps going. An entirely different setup here from Innovation, by the way. We do have Hellions and we do have Banshees. It's almost as if he's like anticipating the Zerg on the other side of the map here. I'm just checking. He did see that Protoss, right? Yes, he did. Alright, well. Can still be quite lethal. He's just gonna drive on by. There we go. 2 probes gone already. 3. It's not that many. Okay, now we're getting there. Alright, 1 or 2 more shots here will be quite something. 10 probes just like that with the help of 4 Hellions. Just driving straight on through the middle, and that's why you build a wall. To be fair, he plays a lot of ARAMs, not ranked. What is ARAM again? A ranked action map. Eh? A ranked action map? ARAM is more casual. Alright. All random, all mid. Oh, okay, okay, I see. Alright, here we go. What's the time? And Banshee time. Oh, that's gonna go down. 3 workers there. Oh, that's great, but still okay, I suppose. Right, ooh, the Hallucinated Phoenix scouting out that Banshee here. And now, the Pylon scouting the Banshee once again. This Banshee, no, it's lucky day. Five v 5 in a single lane. Yeah. Alright, I suppose that's more fun than just grinding out one hero, right? But also it's harder to get into, probably, because you know, there's so many heroes. There's so many of them. Yeah, I think I've played this once or twice. The all random, all mid. But again, I have a rough time appreciating it. Alright. Well, we're going in this game. We have Colossi on the way this time around, so it looks like ZEST also making a bit of an adjustment here. No longer going for just a straight up massive gateway armada of zealots. We'll be going for a bit of a quicker Colossus play here as well. Innovation not being pressured that much. Did try to do a lot of economic damage, of course, himself. 13 workers killed for the price of 1 Banshee and 4 Hellions. I'd say that is quite the trade for him. He's got how many barracks? 5 of them. No third base, so he will be coming out with quite a attempt to murder. As soon as the upgrades are starting to finish up here, the +1/+1, I would assume, yeah. There we go, starting to move out right now. That makes a lot of sense. I highly doubt he's just going to try to secure the third base here. Maybe he's going to make it look like he is, but I would still anticipate him continuing the movement forwards. No, actually, wow, he's setting up, okay. Alright, I am confused. I am confused. Not really what you normally see here when somebody goes 5 racks before the third base. Maybe he's waiting for more Marauders. Yeah, okay, he is, actually. Maybe still just trying to make it look like he wasn't going for the offensive. Who knows? But yeah, okay, there we go. He's moving out now. Two Colossi on the field. Interference Matrix looking for an opportunity here. Trying to get a good concave going. It's going to just pick up 2 medevacs and send them into the main base. Interesting. 3 Colossi now. 4 siege tanks, though. Unsieged at this moment in time. Alright, the drops have arrived in the main base, looking to try and take on the Twilight Council. Could be that they take it out before this charge upgrade is completed. That is quite the nice pick-off right there. Picks up and tries to get back with the rest of his forces. Will be able to do so. One medevac got quite low on the HP count, but is still going to sit there nice and pretty. Of course, if Innovation wins this one, guys, that means it's going to be the end of the best of 7. And Innovation just absolutely wrecking today. I don't think he's lost a single map yet. And he is going to be able to get another victory here, perhaps pretty soon. There it is. GG. Innovation. Wow. 4 games like that. Just easy peasy.